come and paint a pregnancy bump with me. So this is a good friend of mine, and I did a last bump, and we're doing this one now. And she says this is her very last one. She's not having any more. And that's her daughter who I painted last time as a bump. She's feeding me apples because she's a good helper. But to do the bump, basically we start off with sketching out the shapes, which is all those white lines that you can see. So I sketch out where things are going to go, make sure it's kind of got the right shapes and sizes and things like that. Then start with the background, and then we start building the layers on top. So in like this example here, the skin tone went on and then the hair goes on top of the skin. So that's what would be the next layer up. And we're still carrying on kind of with the layers. So we're just getting those flat kind of colours down before we start adding details and things. The rocket, I changed the shape completely to how I originally planned. Just because there was so much kind of room on that side, we made it a bit bigger and a different shape, but it come out kind of well at the end. Now we can start adding a bit more detail in, so kind of outlining and highlights and shadows and all of that jazz. This is probably the most fun kind of part, because then you start to see it come to life. So now I'm adding a bit more details to it, a bit more line work, but not too much at this stage. But she wanted moons and stars on here, and I'd figured out, like, if I use a dauber, like there, and then painted just half of it, they come out like moons. Winner, winner. And I had to have a break off to play with the daughter because she was getting a bit bored. So again, back to more layering, so the dummy would go on top of the skin, so that has to kind of go on last. And then we're doing some more line work now, which is kind of the final bit before shadows and highlights and things. I was actually really happy with how this nappy pin turned out. With the shadows and highlights, I was like, yeah, nailed that bit. Didn't nail it all, but I nailed that bit anyway. This stage I had to add another arm and another leg because it just looked weird when I looked in the pictures that I'd taken to review how it had come out. But this is it at the end. I'm dead happy with it and it's super cute.